In a small town, which is very peaceful and romantic, there was one happy couple deeply in love, Tu and Nhi. They leaned on each other on the top of the mountain to see the sunrise and sunset. Everyone looked at them with admiring eyes and silently wished them happiness. One day, however, Tu was injured seriously. He was in the hospital in many days without waking up. Nhi always sat in front of his bed and constantly called his name. She came to a small church in the town to pray every night. She seemed to cry very much. A week passed, but he didn't wake up. She was emaciated, but still cared for him devotedly. Her love made God touch, and God decided to give her a gift. God said, "I can make your lover be cured quickly. However, you have to be butterfly in 3 years. Do you agree with me?" She said, "I agree." The next morning, the girl turned into a beautiful butterfly. She said goodbye to God and flew immediately to the hospital. As a matter of fact, the boy waked up. He was talking to a doctor, but unfortunately, she couldn't speak. After a few days, he left from the hospital without being happy. He asked everyone about her news, but no one knew where his love was. He didn't want to eat and sleep. Although she always flew next to him, he only found her every day because she couldn't speak. She could only see the past, except lilac eyes. The summer passed, and autumn became peaceful. The girl had to leave there. On the last day, she flew to the boy who landed on his shoulder. She wanted to give her small wings to caress his face. Quickly, the second spring came to them. She flew immediately to her lover. However, he was speaking to a very pretty girl, Thảo. He paused and seemed to fall from the middle of the sky. It was said that his illness was more and more serious on Christmas. People also said that Thảo cared for him devotedly, and people didn't surprise at their love. He was extremely thankful. On the next few days, she often saw Tu leading to the mountain to see the sunrise and sunset. She couldn't do anything. She could only perch on his shoulder. That summer was very long for her. Nhi flew very low in pain every day. She didn't have enough courage to come near Tu, whisper the words. The happy laughter of them made her so unhappy. In the summer of the third year, she didn't often fly to visit Tu. Her lover embraced the shoulder of Thảo, kissed the cheek of Thảo, and he might forget her. Finally, to marry Thảo, she gently flew into the church and landed on the shoulder of God. She heard that Tu uttering, "I agree." She saw him wearing the ring for his wife, and then they kissed. She cried very much. God sighed, "Do you agree?" She stopped crying. "No, certainly," God said happily. "Tomorrow you can be a human." The family life was far cry from Tu and Thảo imagination. They felt like there was an invisible world between their love. The feelings of the very first day gradually faded. Thảo, who was an innocent girl and had never touched love before, realized that change first. The longer time staying with Tu, the more pressure Thảo had to bear. While Tu was always trying to make her happy, although he was a busy director, he used to cook, tell jokes, did everything to see Thảo. One day he went home from work. Looking at Thảo while she was sleeping, he only wanted to protect her. Thảo stood by the window, her black eyes looking at the blue sky. She wished she had wings to fly in the infinity universe, and she could take back her dreams. She found Tu sleeping on his desk because his work was very much. She wondered whether she made a mistake when deciding to get married with Tu hurriedly. Was she not ready to love him? "Why are you looking at me like that?" Thảo didn't realize that Tu woke up. "Honey, if one day I must go away, will you?" Thảo asked. Tu hugged her tightly and said, "If it is your decision, I will let you go as long as you are happy, no matter how the world changed. I shall still love you." She kept silent and so did him. Both of them didn't want to reveal their tension. One day, as usual, after his working day, he went home to help his wife prepare for dinner. On getting into the door, he was very surprised when finding that food had been cooked. There was a piece of paper on the table.
"Dear my love, people say regret can exist in love, so I don't want to say that I am sorry. I never forget these wonderful days when I am your little wife, stand by you through difficulties and happy moments. But I cannot stay with you anymore. I want to become a free bird flying with my dreams. I cannot tie my life in this house. This decision is not easy with me, but I know that it is better for both of us. Perhaps we will meet again, and by that time I will have been mature enough to face with our past. Goodbye, my love."
He couldn't say anything. He quietly sat down, tasting all of food cooked by his wife slowly, and it was the last time he felt the warmth from his wife's hands. 1 year later. "Suddenly, with you a tasty meal." Tu was surprised at this beautiful voice. He couldn't believe in what he was seeing. This girl sitting in front of Tu relied on extraordinariness in his eyes. Her eyes were very beautiful, which can attract the others' attention. At the bus stops, Thảo was singing gently a lovely melody. Her smile cooled off the hot and uncomfortable atmosphere. She saw a man with bleeding arms sitting beside her. On the double, she helped him dress the wounds of the wooden. She no longer smiled and did not reveal any feelings. The man was surprised. He looked at her face and felt warmth from her hands. Perhaps everyone thinks that they are a perfect couple. Nhi had left Tu. Tu was still sitting there looking blankly. He couldn't believe in what was happening at that time. A woman who he loved deeply had made his heart break by suddenly disappearing for some years and then appearing again. He immediately felt very painful. Thảo had bandaged his good. Her friend had come, too. She left quickly without giving the man a chance to express his thanks for her. After Thảo had left, this man still followed and searched for her until she disappeared. Maybe it was destiny. Many days had gone by. Tu had decided to keep Nhi by his side, never let her go away again. However, he couldn't fancy that Nhi had forgotten all about him. After Nhi became human again, all bad memories about him had been deleted by God. Every day, he could bring her some cakes for breakfast. He always followed her with the hope that one day she would recognize him and continue to unfinished love. The man who was bandaged by Thảo was Khánh. Although he knew that she didn't have any sentiment for him, he didn't stop. He had always followed her to everywhere. Thảo gave him a blank look, but he only smiled. But utmost thing he wanted to do was to make her cold heart warmer, and then she could love him. Finally, everything was smooth. Tu and Nhi fell in love again. Thảo gradually opened her heart and loved Khánh. Her love was very beautiful and romantic. For Tu and Nhi, their love had to start from the beginning, and for Thảo, this is the real love that she had always desired for. The love of Tu and Nhi were nice and romantic, while the love of Thảo and Khánh were lovely and amiable. Four people accidentally met each other in a beautiful summer day. Tu and Thảo, the young couple, were very hesitant and didn't say anything. Quickly, Khánh made friends with Tu. After that, four people became closest friends. Of course, Nhi and Khánh had known the previous relationship between Tu and Thảo. However, they forgot all about past to look forward to the future. Both of the couples had found their true love.
You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door.